it going, everybody? I'm sorry, I was just busy shredding some sick skillet on my Schecter Omen 6 here, and I kind of forgot I had to make a video this week. Well, seeing as I'm playing guitar, and guitar games are kind of what got me into guitar, you can read the title. You know what we're doing. It's a Guitar Hero retrospective. What were you expecting, Rock Band?
Guitar Hero, or as it's better known, Baby's first rhythm game, is a rhythm game franchise that really started the big boom of rhythm games in America. I'm not going to be talking about any of the Guitar Hero games after Guitar Hero 3, because in my opinion, minus Metallica and Aerosmith, it kind of went downhill, which is very apparent due to the fact that after 2009 they canceled the series, only to bring it back in 2015 to a halting stop with Guitar Hero Live, which was just an inevitable, disgusting mistake, which got overshrouded by Clone Hero. I could be making this whole video on Clone Hero, but I want to talk about what was cool about Guitar Hero, at least in my opinion, back then. Now, I have super fond memories of playing Guitar Hero when I was a kid. Primarily Guitar Hero 2 and 3, because Guitar Hero 1 was a little bit too archaic for my taste. With Guitar Hero 2, they fixed a lot of things that they needed to fix in Guitar Hero 1. And even more so in Guitar Hero 3, with the abundance of songs that aren't covers. The main issue with Guitar Hero 1 and 2 was the fact that because they were such small games at the time, they did not have the budget or the presence to bring on these big artists like White Zombie or Black Sabbath to do the songs for the games. So they had to get permission to cover them and then bring their covers to life. Now, with Guitar Hero 3's advent of, oh dear, people are liking this, let's actually get our songs on there so that we can, make some more money. A lot of the songs compared to GH1 and 2 were not covers. I think there were a few that were covers, but those were very obviously stated by As Made Famous By on the startup screen when you're playing the song itself. But for the majority of Guitar Hero 3, it wasn't covers, which was awesome for people who were wanting to learn music at the time, or people who wanted to get their own taste of music through the video games, which, like myself, in 2007 and 2008, I was very young, impressionable, and I bought a lot of music after playing Guitar Hero. And by bought, I mean gave my computer virtual aids with LimeWire. Yeah, you guys remember that? That was also probably another reason why Guitar Hero got shut down, because of quote-unquote pirating. With 2011 and the hiatus of the franchise, I don't think that was strictly due to pirating, because really and truly, there wasn't a big influx of pirating until Clone Hero came out, which even then it wasn't really pirating because they don't make any money off of it, and they don't really sell the game, they just give it out for free, which I think is amazing. The free game might be why Guitar Hero Live kind of just died off, because everyone was like, oh wow, this is an extremely polished, yet free game. That is the exact same as the Guitar Hero games that we grew up with, so why don't we just play this? Which, I completely agree, I love playing Clone Hero. However, like I said, I kind of wanted to go back to the game's roots and see what made Guitar Hero such an amazing franchise at the time. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, Guitar Hero really sparked the whole rhythm game trend here in America. With games like Osu and Taiko to come afterwards, which were originally just only in Japan, now making a big boom here in America due to the help of rhythm games like Guitar Hero. Like I said earlier, Guitar Hero 1 and 2 were very heavily reliant on cover songs, which, to people who know the songs that they're covering, weren't so good. Very famously, the Beast and the Harlot cover from Guitar Hero 2 was not as great as it could have been. In fact, MTV actually brought on Avenged Sevenfold to their show to see what their reaction to Beast and the Harlot being put into the game was. And we got a little taste of Sinister Gates playing Guitar Hero. Ultimately, we all agree that Guitar Hero 3 was really where the series peaked, because that was an amazing, beautifully crafted game with awesome songs and DLC to back it up. I still love playing rhythm games, be it the keyboard part of Osu or just Clone Hero like I've been saying. I'm a rhythm kind of guy. I'm a musical guy. I play piano, guitar, drums, you name it, I can try and play it at the very least. But it's nice to not have to worry so much about accuracy of notes and just hitting some buttons to the beat, which is really just beautiful. I love it. But my experience with Guitar Hero really didn't start until Guitar Hero 2. Guitar Hero 1, I think I have some memories of, but Guitar Hero 2, I remember playing way more than 1, and 3 even more so than that. Up until probably 2017, I was still playing 3 on the regular. However, I'm going to be looked at in disgust and blasphemy because of the way that I played Guitar Hero 1 and 2. And that was with a controller. Not the Guitar Hero guitar, no, a literal DualShock controller, which, for my little 6-7-year-old hands, was awesome, because I was very small, and up until about, 2017, I was like 5'6". Yes, I was definitely 5'6" from the time I was 6 until I was 16, but you get the point. I was not a big person. As time went on and I got older, I grew into the Guitar Hero guitar and threw the DualShock 2 out of the window because it's very, very, very barbaric and archaic to play with those weird buttons, and then you have to strum with the sticks, and it was just a mess, which I don't recommend anybody ever have to do. With Guitar Hero 3, the world flipped on its head, and by the world, I mean the Guitar Hero 3 World Championships, which held the likes of Guitar Hero streamers today, like UCog Monkey and Asai, who I'm not gonna say wouldn't be anywhere without Guitar Hero, but they literally make their living playing Guitar Hero on Twitch and YouTube, which is the dream, honestly. With everything that Guitar Hero 3 brought along, it also kind of brought the downfall in the series, because after that, sales were nothing the same, because every year there was a new Guitar Hero game coming out, and everybody was realizing that it was sort of kind of the same thing, just rehashed with a different skin, which I was perfectly okay with, because up until Guitar Hero Metallica, I bought every single Guitar Hero game, except World Tour, which I honestly don't know why, I just kind of skipped over that one. I even bought Guitar Hero World Tour on the DS, and I loved that game. I played it day in and day out. After a while, it just got kind of samey, and I just took a really big hiatus from the series. I didn't even play its competitor Rock Band at the time. The only Rock Band I ever purchased for myself was Rock Band 1, and that's just because it was one of the family purchases that we got. Guitar Hero is and will always be near and dear to my heart. I think rhythm games as a whole in America wouldn't be the same without them. And I think that a lot of people wouldn't be the same without them either. Because without Guitar Hero, it wouldn't have sparked things like Rocksmith, which is a Guitar Hero-esque guitar teaching tool, which is actually how I started learning how to play guitar, which I then began teaching myself. But Rocksmith paves a really good understanding of the guitar itself. And I think that without Guitar Hero pushing the guitar love to everybody, that Rocksmith would have never come out, and a teaching tool like it would be very, very, very long gone. After the peak of the series in Guitar Hero 3, they ended up making 2 more mainline games and a bunch of other spin-offs, including a Guitar Hero game on the phone, multiple Guitar Hero games on the phone, and DJ Hero, which was kind of like Guitar Hero, except instead of using a guitar, you used a DJ turntable, and it sort of kind of gave the same feel, but crashed, which kind of sucked because we only got 2. There was even one planned for the 3DS, but that got cancelled with the hiatus of the series in 2009. Then, in 2015, the heavens opened up and Activision gave us Guitar Hero Live, which shut down in 2018 to a resounding thank God. Now, I didn't get to play Guitar Hero Live as much, in fact, at all, really, because I couldn't understand the controller, but from the general consensus, it was not well loved at all. Guitar Hero 3 could have wrapped up the series, and I think I speak for everyone in saying that would have been a good idea. Guitar Hero 3 peaked Activision's sales at $830 million sold worldwide. So they could have taken that money and just kept making DLC, because honestly, that's all the other Guitar Heroes were after that. There wasn't really much to change from Guitar Hero 3, because in my opinion, it kind of perfected the Guitar Hero franchise. But who am I to talk about what Activision should have done? For crying out loud, I stream Clone Hero relatively regularly and play it every day. So why should I be complaining that Guitar Hero sold a ton of copies afterwards and then Clone Hero was made? Well, I think it just oversaturated the market. I think that if Guitar Hero 3 ended the Guitar Hero franchise, we would still love it just as much as we do today, because it's still getting played on the internet. If you watch someone streaming Clone Hero, they're probably putting Guitar Hero 3 as the game that they're playing, because that garners the most views compared to Guitar Hero World Tour. In my opinion, Guitar Hero 3 was the peak, and that's proven by numbers. But I don't think we should worry about Guitar Hero anymore, because Clone Hero's here, and probably here to stay. And with all that being said, catch me streaming some Clone Hero.